Amish school students and one Old Order Mennonite student stopped attending school after 8th grade due to religious beliefs. All three families were represented by Jonas Yoder, one of the fathers. The New Glarus School District took them to court. The Greene County Court found in favor of the school district and fined each family $5. The families appealed to the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Because the Amish believe in turning the other cheek, they were at a disadvantage when it came to defending themselves in court. A Lutheran minister, Reverend William C. Lindholm, started the National Committee for Amish Religious Freedom and helped them find legal counsel. The Wisconsin Supreme Court found in favor of the families. The state of Wisconsin appealed to the Supreme Court. The court decided unanimously in favor of the families. This vote was actually 7-0, since Justices Rehnquist and Powell did not take part in the decision. In Justice Rehnquist's case, this may have been because he was from Wisconsin and felt too close to the case, but we do not know for certain.
In the ruling, the justices stated the following. 1. States cannot force children to attend school when it conflicts with their right to practice their religion. 2. Not all religious beliefs meet the demands of the Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment. There must be objective evidence of religious practice. In this case, the evidence existed. 3. Though the state argued that 2 more years of schooling was necessary to participate in America's political system, the Supreme Court stated that the state did not provide evidence of this. Furthermore, they held that the Amish community was a successful part of the American society, since it is made up of law-abiding citizens that pay their taxes and do not use welfare. 4. There was no evidence that Amish children would become burdens on society by leaving school before they finished their compulsory education. Instead, their vocational training would make them productive members of society. However, Justice Douglas dissented in part, saying that the religious rights of the child concerning his or her education should also be taken into account, even if they differ from the parents' views. The Supreme Court disagreed, saying that this case was only about the parents' right to practice their religion, not the child's right.
The First Amendment states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press, or the right of the people to peacefully to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. The court ruled in favor of Yoder because they decided that it infringed on the fundamental rights and traditional interests of the parents with religious upbringing. They said that it could destroy the religious beliefs of the Amish. Since the Amish have sincere beliefs and a religious conviction, they used the Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment for this ruling. They affirmed the Wisconsin Supreme Court. They said that the Amish were learning their trades past traditional school and that going past 8th grade would destroy their religion.
Precedent for Wisconsin v. Yoder was set by Zora B. Clausen, 1952, when residents of New York City filed a suit that challenged New York City's Board of Education from releasing students from school with parental permission for religious instruction. The residents argued that by releasing these students, the school was in violation of the Establishment Clause found in the First Amendment. The holding of the court remained that the release time was not in violation of the Establishment Clause, nor did it interfere with the Free Exercise Clause.
A few positive implications of the Wisconsin v. Yoder Supreme Court case are that the Amish's simple and isolated way of life and traditions are possibly better preserved by affording the adults the opportunity to teach and pass on the Amish way of life. These are primitive skills that public schools lack the capability to teach. Additionally, by allowing their children to stop attending public school after the 8th grade, the Amish are provided the means to teach the necessary vocational skills to their youth. A few negative implications of Wisconsin versus Yoder is that if an individual decides to leave the Amish community, they will be unprepared to face the rigors of modern life and therefore will have a very difficult time competing in the workforce. Also, over time, intelligent linked genes can even become altered, resulting in a weaker society. Ending traditional school at grade 8 makes obtaining a high school diploma and/or a college degree later in life extremely difficult due to the lapse in time between years in education. Possibly most importantly, Amish children have lost their voices and the right to an open future. Parents who choose to make the decision to remove their child from public school is done so without true consideration for what the student may desire in life. Ultimately, this Supreme Court decision has led to other court cases in which other groups attempt to justify their need to eliminate education for personal choices and/or gain.
Click on the link in the down bar and log in with the credentials given below to take a short quiz on Wisconsin v. Yoder.